Hello everybody and welcome to another Total Gaming Network and CS Nation presentation. This is as always Zips, and today we're going to take a look at Counter-Strike Global Offensive. The beta, rather the stress test beta, just started up tonight in fact. Well, it's probably going to be tomorrow by the time you guys get it to actually watch this. But Valve unleashed the floodwaters, so to speak. All of the professional Counter-Strike players who were given keys and those who were in attendance at various game trade shows can now play. And we at Counter-Strike Nation fortunately got our hands on a key, and we were able to play tonight. And what you're going to see over this video and probably the next couple of videos is everything that's included in the beta. The first couple of videos are just going to be a quick look at both the casual and competitive game modes. The classic game modes is what they're called. And then after that, we'll probably do a fly-through of the two included maps, which are DE Dust and DE Dust 2. And beyond that, perhaps we'll take an individual look at each weapon. We'll go into as much detail as we can. It's kind of difficult to do in this beta because, one, you can't pick what server you join. It's all matchmaking. Even joining friends is a bit difficult. You have to either get lucky and join on them through Steam Friends, which doesn't always work, or join via server IP. Another thing in this beta that is bugged right now is that in the casual game mode, DE Dust 2 is not active. You can only play on the first DE Dust, which kind of has some people upset. Competitive game mode as well, you actually can't matchmake for that right now. You have to set up a server and then have people join via IP. So, you know, it's a beta, but these things are expected, right? Well, first we're going to take a look at the casual game mode, which, if you don't know, it's a more relaxed 5-on-5 game type. You start off with $2,000, armor is automatically purchased for you, and according to the little in-game blurb, the default settings have a match length of 30 minutes, a time per round of 3 minutes, buy time of 45 seconds, and you can spectate anybody. And I don't know if this is a server-side variable or if it's on by default, but when you die, all talk is on, so you can chat amongst the terrorists and counter-terrorists at the same time. The terrorists, which I will be playing mostly as in these videos for some reason, I usually auto-assign, starts off with the Glock, as usual, single shot or 3-round burst. The map itself, DE Dust, not too much change, fairly simple layout. What did change is the underpass. There is now a stairwell to get up to the, I guess, overpass area. And there's also now a linking bridge from the counter-terrorist sniping nest over to the overpass. So that's pretty nice. Those are some nice changes. It gives a little bit more room for variety than what you might be used to, and a lot more chances to flank and actually get out of harm's way. Also new in Counter-Strike Go are a couple of new grenade types. One of them is a distraction type grenade. You throw it and it produces sound of gunfire. So you can throw it in one direction, your enemies will think you're over there, they'll converge on that area, meanwhile you go around a different route. Good stuff. Another one is the Molotov cocktail, which you've probably seen in some videos already. And it's more of a defensive type thing. It blocks off pathways and forces the other team to either wait it out or go around a different path. It's really, really good for limiting your opponent's options. Not really good on offensive stuff. It does cause damage if you stand in it, sure, but it's such a slow burnout that you're more than likely not going to kill anybody with it. The counter-terrorists, they start off with a new pistol this time. It is the P2000. It's a bit more beefed up than the USP was. It's essentially the same pistol, but for all intents and purposes, it is a more balanced gun. So the terrorists and counter-terrorists are pretty much on even footing in the beginning. We're not going to go too much into detail about the competitive mode, but it is more akin to the classic Counter-Strike gameplay that you are used to. You start off with $800, you have to purchase armor. Well, you don't have to, but the option is there. You don't automatically get it like you do in the casual mode. But like I said, we'll get into the next video where I show you Dust 2. As you can see, Dust, it's got a nice visual overhaul. I believe this is running on the Portal 2 version of the Source engine. Either that or the Left 4 Dead 2 version. They're almost identical. There's a lot of carryover sounds. In fact, the voices for the bots, I believe, come straight from Counter-Strike Condition 0. Not that it's a bad thing, you really shouldn't be playing against bots anyway, but, you know, if they're there, so be it. They do fill out the teams until other people join. So far, during the beta, it's been a mixed bag experience. I haven't played too much, but so far initial impressions are that the movement is very floaty. You kind of feel like you're skating occasionally, and there is some movement glitch where I kind of hesitate to say this, but if you take your knife out and you just tap A and D or whatever your strafe keys are, real quick back and forth while moving forward, you'll zoom across the map. I'm not sure what the percentage is or how much faster you go than normal running, but that is definitely a bug that more than likely Valve will address. Like I said, this is a very early beta release, and this is mainly used for stress testing. Another thing is, not all the weapons and not all the maps, obviously, are in this beta. This is just, again, stress testing. They do have a forum set up for bugs. I encourage everybody who is in the beta to go check that forum out. I might even include a link in the description below, so you can voice your opinion and make sure these things get fixed for the final release. Final release is a ways away. Other than that, I really don't have too much to say right now for this video. The guns, it might be because I haven't played Counter-Strike in a while, but the spread on them definitely seems to be a bit higher than I'm used to. There are many times I thought, hey, I'm hitting this guy, I should be hitting this guy, and I didn't hit that guy, even with burst fire and stuff like that. But, you know, these are things you gotta get used to. I'm sure it'll be adjusted. During the course of the beta, there were many people in the game that said that the AWP was overpowered, that using assault rifles against AWP was essentially pointless because of how ridiculous they are. To me, the AWP has always been ridiculously overpowered. I don't doubt that some balancing will definitely be issued to either lower the effectiveness of the AWP, maybe make it more expensive, I don't know. There is a nice effect, though, when using any sniper rifle. You zoom in, and if you move around, your vision gets a little blurred. It's, you know, that's a nice touch. Makes it a little bit more difficult to just walk around and snipe all the time. It didn't seem to really affect many people too much, though, because AWPs were ridiculous. But these things happen, you know? What are you going to do? So, without any more to say right now, I will leave you with just some game footage. You can see what the game's about, and we will bring another video, which will be about DE Dust 2 and the game's competitive mode. So we'll catch you then. This has been Zips with Total Gaming Network and CS Nation.
Sniper, I'm gonna hang back. Fire in the hole. The bomb is on the ground. Fire in the hole. Fire in the hole. Counter-terrorists win. Terrorists win. Alright, let's move out. I'm gonna plant the bomb in A. Fire